This is going to be such a raw video, and I love it.
No, this is gonna be a scuffed out the wazoo video.
Yeah, it's going to be real scuffed. How we doing today, folks? My name is Raven, and welcome back to another Hood and Outlaws and Legends and whatever video. But this time, we're going to be covering the Q&A that the devs just released. But I am joined by my friend here and co-host,
truly,
MrZplays.
MrZplays. Let's go. Glad to be here, Raven. Glad you invited me here.
I will say, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to say real quick. This is going to be a long-winded video, guys. The video is 17 minutes long. We're going to be pausing. We're going to be talking about it, so just be aware of that. Okay, give us a little intro. What do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah,
listen, if you don't know what I do, let me tell you. I make Hood news for the game, covering what you might have missed this week in the Hood community. It's a weekly series. We do it I do it every Monday.
You, not me.
Yeah, I do it every Monday. And if you want to check it out, it's on my YouTube channel at YouTube. Nope, just kidding. I don't have a URL because I'm not large enough on that
unfortunate
platform.
But we'll put the link in the video in the description down below.
Yeah,
so
down there. You know, I have MrZplays on YouTube. Check me out. My name's the same everywhere you go.
Perfect. All right, guys. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a long-winded video. On another note too, because it's gonna come up a lot in the actual video that they recorded. But at the end of the day, this game is a business. People need to understand that as much as we want to see the game improve and change,
true,
you know, whether it's their mistake or not, whatever they have caused, where they spent their money in marketing, let's say, and then they lost the money in developing, it is what it is. So
there's
we'll just
only so much we can do to support the game now, and I think making videos like this and just promoting and kind of giving our takes and still continuing to push for content is what we can do as our part to help improve if we can.
Me, coming from I did work on a video game for a year. I was on the marketing team, so yes, I've seen both sides of it. And when you guys scream at the community representatives, which I was, about, hey, can we get this? Hey, can we get that? Hey, you guys change this? Hey, you change that? All we get to say is soon. Because on the inside, we see everything.
Soon.
Well, maybe not every company, but this is a startup. So I got to see a lot.
He seeing soon. You gotta all the Discord messages soon, or all you gotta throw that in.
Maybe.
Throw it in, Raven.
And so I see, you know, those people, they see a lot on the inside, and they have to hold their tongue because if they do, then it's the end of the world if they release it. So
it's over.
Anyway, let's get into the video. We're gonna be pausing
right into it.
So
it's a long one. Hood Outlaws and Legends.
Hi, and welcome to this Hood community Q&A session with myself, Andrew, and
how's it going,
good friend
Great
and
to see you, man.
senior game designer on Hood.
Yeah,
Eric
I said E-Rich.
I'm going to run through some of the questions that you've been submitting on Discord and hopefully answer them as honestly as we can for you and just give you a state of play where we're at the minute and looking into the future for Hood. So I'll hand over to you, Eric, for the first question.
Cool, thank you. So we've got a first set of questions that are around custom lobbies, spectator modes, and replays. So custom lobbies is something that we've already designed and it's something that we would love to do. We've got plans in place for it, where we want to basically allow you guys to tune AI difficulty, map selection, and just play with your friends how you want to play. When it comes to spectators, we're looking at using the ghost system that we used for state heists for when you drop the talismans, so you can kind of go in there and kind of watch what people are doing.
That's gonna be a little weird. So if they want to do the spectating camera and then use like the ghost feature,
yeah, no.
Are you gonna be able to fly?
That's where, from what I'm understanding, like they're doing spectators as ghosts, so you just kind of run around and do stuff. And I don't think that's the kind of spectating we're really looking for. You know what I mean? Like, we're looking for switching the POVs of different characters. I mean, it's way more complicated than just throwing in a ghost right as a spectator. But I think the what we're looking for is like different perspectives. We can watch like your POV, switch to mine, look at the enemy teams. You know, like free cam, pushing it. But if we could, it'd be amazing. Or like overviews. I don't know. I don't think the ghosts are the direction we want for spectating. But listen,
all I would want to see is I would just want to see one camera above, so it can be on one plane, honestly, and then it can just go on an x-axis cross. And then just have Yeah, the POVs, basically what you see when you play, but I'm just spectating you. I feel like that's not that hard. And now they're trying to do something a little bit more complicated than what it needs to be.
I feel like the ghost is not really what we're looking for, especially since it would be like if you're spectating a game, it's hard to like keep up with the action, and I don't know how the ghosts would interact with all that. Like there's more players in the lobby. Anyways, I'm not sure. I'm no game dev.
I couldn't see, like, that would be cool for like if you wanted to like record something, but yeah, in like a live, if you want to like commentate on it or something, it wouldn't feel right.
It would be hard to follow the action and see, like, and I feel like
you gotta be in it. You're not gonna get the sound. You're not gonna get the experience. You're not gonna see, oh, is his ability about to be up, or oh, does he actually have a grenade or a smoke?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Wrong button.
Cut it.
Carry on.
And then as for replays and stuff, that isn't something that's on our radar. But with all these features, you know, they're quite expensive to develop. So
pause.
That's a recurring theme in the entire video.
We're gonna hear that 7 more times, probably, at least.
Listen,
in the video. So,
I mean, I understand. I get it. Things cost money, and money is a resource. It doesn't look like we have with this game, but yeah, it's just I don't know. It's rough to hear like that.
They're digging for gold.
The path. Yeah,
they're trying to find it.
If season 3 doesn't perform, it doesn't look like we're getting very many features. Is what it looks like.
It's largely based on how season 3 goes and if we get an uptake in player base.
Exactly. There you go.
There
cool.
it is.
Cheers, Eric. Next set of questions I've got, I'll try and group these together. What are the longer term plans for the game with regards to keeping the servers going, future development, marketing? Will there be a relaunch? What are the long term plans for HUD as a service product? Will there be an advertising relaunch? What are there still plans to carry on and keep developing? Something we'd like to know as content creators for the game is, you know, are there going to be any further support for them from the developers? So, I mean, there's quite a few things.
A lot of questions
there. Obviously, yes, we want to continue working on the game. You know, we love the game that we created. We're very proud of it, and yes, there is a desire to keep adding content to it, but that's got to be driven by a business need. You know, that's the reality. And in terms of content creator support, yes, we are interested. You know, we will. Happy to provide people with codes for the game for themselves, for their community, to grow that community. You shouldn't expect like a massive pay.
Well, I think codes would be amazing, right, for a giveaway or some sort of contest thing. I think like only doing that or only pushing like codes and like pushing the game is not the right way for content creators. I think right now you guys are doing a great job of just like promoting, especially with me. But I think reaching out to creators and like doing like a creator group or doing something like that where creators get an inside and then we can show off cool stuff. Because I think with the audience and group, although most of us are not huge channels, I think we can provide some sort of insight or our own take. Or
according to some people.
Yeah, according
not
to
going to say names.
No, we're just we're just some people. But I think with that we can with our own vision or our own ideas, we can create. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Raven, cut this.
All right, I'll take over. So I'll go off what you were saying. So yes, I listen, Andy. I know you guys watch these videos. You might not watch mine, but I know you guys watch these videos. So Mr. Z's in. He's right there. He's over there.
I'm here.
He's over there. So anyway, but yes, keys. I'm gonna directly relate this to me playing Overprime a few months ago when that was closed beta, and I'm in their streamer / whatever content creator partner program, and they gave us keys for the beta. Obviously, people got access to it eventually, but that was for like that little bit of early couple days. Keys would be fine if this game was that popular and you had hundreds of thousands of people playing it a day. As of right now, I could say it every week, but there's like 12 people that play a game maybe at a given time. There was like 0 the other day. So
yeah,
keys aren't going to do anything for us. I'm going to go back to the message I sent you on Discord when season 1 was about to drop with
Throw
Ida.
It up on screen. Throw it up on screen.
I could throw it up on screen. In this message, I stated, and I gave you an example of how you can get content creators to partner with the devs. What Valorant does, they get with their content creators. They show off weapon skins early. So they can get their take on it, and then they can show those communities, what's coming. That was what I suggested with the battle pass. A little thing. I don't even have to touch the controls. All you guys gotta do is go beep, boop, 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 open the mouse and go. Look at this, guys. I could just sit there and react to it. But it's just that little thing that shows you that you guys are committed to the community and you want to help it grow. And look at that. It's free marketing.
That too. Yeah.
So, keys, I don't know. Keys don't.
I'm unsure about keys. I mean, listen, keys would be great. If you want to give us keys, we can do giveaways for stuff like that. But I feel like a creator circle or like a partnership program or something just to get people wanting to create content and stuff involved would much more beneficial. But
yeah,
like marketing push on this front. However, we will have some significant news to share towards the end of the month, which is pretty exciting.
Share the news.
What do we got in a couple weeks here? The month's almost over.
Yeah.
Okay, over to you.
Oh yeah, so
not even a couple weeks, like a
question here: is there any chance of the voice
days.
actors playing the game? And obviously that would be an absolutely amazing idea. I think that's a great idea for a dev stream.
Cool.
And it's something that we can ask them. Maybe we could do like the voice actors versus the devs or something like that. But if we do release them into the wild, you've got to take it easy on them because you guys are pretty amazing at the game.
Yeah, but how are they going to do that? You're restricted to region play.
Yeah, but we VPN. That's just how it is now.
Are they, in their minds, are their voice actors all from like the UK? Like, where are they from? Are they American? Are they?
I think they're all UK.
Are they Asian? I don't know.
I could be wrong, but I think they're all in Europe.
Because then EU is only going to be playing them.
Yeah. Well, we got a VPN over.
They're kind of more
should have
players,
to do that.
So
should just be region select.
we don't want them to get absolutely ruffle stomped.
I think we joked for a while about the sheriff.
What is that? Do you see this John skin?
Why is he blonde?
Why is he blonde? Why is he blonde, dude?
Whoa. Yeah, he's white hair.
It's like Santa.
Joked for a while about
the
sheriff appearing.
Just hair.
Guy who I know
hair dye coming to season 3.
He would do a good job. I'm not sure he's a hardcore gamer, but he's definitely a hardcore swearer.
Maybe Afro Took will live on in season 3.
Absolutely. So the next one I've got is it possible to revert certain changes to a previous state? For example, John's light attacks have been buggy and inconsistent since Season 1 patch with an animation lock for simply doing a 3-swing combo. Will you guys fix the Robin aim to make arrows come from the center of the character to avoid head glitching? With all of these things, just report any issues you have, and then we investigate it, we look into it, and we match that up with player data with server data to see if changes are actually required. The aiming, the head glitching, that was a huge conversation that we had throughout development. I think we're in a good place.
I disagree, but
it was a big conversation through development, and they think that they are in a good place. How many months later?
A lot of months. We're almost on year 1 of Hood. Almost on year 1. I don't know. Head glitching.
Wait, it's March, April, May. That's
2 months off.
10 months. 10 months into the game's lifespan, they think that Robin aim is in a good state. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree, but there's been many instances in Hood Weekly where we are shooting behind walls and arrows pass through walls so that we can hit each other.
Just reference my full Robin guide. I put an example right in there. I said you could head glitch. Look, I walk right up to a tree. I can't shoot past it. I walk back 3 feet. I can all of a sudden shoot through it.
No, I agree. It's I don't think we're in a perfect state, but like I said, if they think we are, then not much we can do on this front.
They said just keep sending them the data and the whatever. So suggestions. Okay, we will.
Create a system which minimizes that, but if you've got thoughts on that, send them in. But we need to have a few of those thoughts for it to gather enough momentum to then be backed up by data before we make any changes.
That's kind of real quick again. They're saying backed up by data. The data is basically just going to be proof. If we literally send them like video proof of this, so because it's not like a metric you can just look up.
Yeah,
I've got a few questions.
Glitching, yeah.
based on what happens after season 3, what's the future of Hood and all that kind of thing. And we'll continue to do balance tweaks and that kind of stuff, and like balances, bug fixes. But to be honest, when it comes to new content after season 3, it's really a question of seeing what the player data is like. Have we got enough people playing the game for us to actually invest in content? Because
there's the reoccurring statement again. But I just want to say quick again that, again, backed up by the data, we're going to continue to do balancing and tweaks. Guys, it's been 4, 5 months, 6 months since a major balance pass. We've been sitting in limbo. The game has not changed in 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if there's anything to say, but I feel like while recently there's been a lot more chat in the community from higher ups and stuff like that, communicating back and forth. I feel like there's definitely I mean, I understand, studio has to keep their secrets also, but I feel like just whether there's stuff for coming or not, just a weekly little comment or something like that about the state or what's going on might help out. I think the community tensions as we go from all this promise and all this huge, this is what's coming, to nothing for months, and then bang, huge next content update, nothing for months, and huge new.
But the new content is not even worth it either. Look, you had a couple influx of players for season 1, and then immediately dropped off again after not even a week. It was 3 days. Gold Rush, you had 1 day, not even a 1 day. You had 10 hours of people playing it. Yeah, and then boom, that went to the wayside too. So I've said it before too. I'll say it again. This game needed to change direction halfway through its lifespan, because whatever they kept coming up with and focusing on PvE and focusing on this, it's not working. They needed to
definitely. Oh, go ahead.
What's up?
I was gonna say PvE definitely has its place. There are people who bought this game for PvE. I mean, don't get me wrong. State Heist is it's an okay game mode. I mean, for veteran players, it's not what we're looking for. But there's a lot of people that I've read on, whether it be YouTube comment section, Reddit sections, everywhere, they say PvE, we come back and play PvE, and we like the challenge and stuff like that. But I agree where I feel like Gold Rush was a little bit of a misstep in direction, and not and taking the focus away from Outlaw Heist and splitting the player base even more wasn't the right way to go. And if they could, I feel like they should keep. I don't remember who suggested it, but someone suggested keeping Gold Rush as was a season 2 mode. It was an attempt, and for season 3 they lock it off or whatever, and they focus all their efforts on Outlaw Heist, which is what I think would be the best option. But
I think they just axe the game mode entirely. No one wants to play it. They're gonna tweak it to whatever they're gonna talk about later on, but they talk about how they fixed Gold Rush a little bit, and that's not gonna do anything. They'll later on again talk about ranked mode, but I'm gonna bring it up here because it's been brought up. But it, like I said, it needs to have shifted gears to a competitive stance where, sure, there's not that many characters in the game. You have 5 characters. That still warrants change though, for tweaks, adjustments, if you will.
Yeah,
whatever. Because more things came to light as the months went on. Obviously they did the big pass to nerf Volatile Gord and Robin, to nerf Marianne, to buff John, and then to buff Took.
Yeah,
call that a buff. The right click.
There was the nerf on Took for
through friendly
heavy
players.
Yeah, through friendly players, but then his heavy got nerfed.
And he got nerfed.
Because
So
kept blocking down.
It's a game that still could use updates frequently. I've said before, it needs to be treated like a MOBA or just some kind of hero shooter playing game, because that's what it is. It's like that, and then you have a neutral objective. I mean, it's like Overwatch, I guess, if you really want. That's a little stretching it, but still, because you have a little bit more of that. Whereas this, you have a gear and then an ability.
Yeah,
but that's what it needed to do. If it shifted to that, then you would have kept the majority of the player base, and you would have given something to play for. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself now, so we'll just keep going.
So obviously, we've got loads of plans of what we would like to do, but it's costly, and we need the player numbers to justify it.
Absolutely.
Season 3 will change Hood. Let's go.
Did you see that smile?
Yeah.
But it's costly, and we need the player numbers to justify it.
The smile on the eyebrows. He knows it's all over, man. It's over.
He knows.
He knows.
Absolutely.
Eric knows.
I just want to say, when Paragon got shut down, we kind of knew it too. Because one of the community guys was like, "Yeah, guys, I can't wait for you. Oh wait, hold on. I can't wait for you guys to see what's up. Got some surprises coming."
Surprises.
Next one I've got is around PvP. So currently a new player has no shot in PvP, as they do not have any perks that the other players might have. Current matchmaking system works as intended, but there's no player base to support it. And new players are sheep.
Well, yeah, perks should be not level locked.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I don't feel the perks give that much of an advantage over
make perks base. Gold locked. Don't make them level locked so that you can still get like that last perk you get on like John or you get on Robin, but you could get it earlier if you got enough gold for it, if you save up for it. What's wrong with that? I think that's good.
I don't see anything wrong with that system, but I don't, like I said, I don't feel like the leveling in this game is not super long either. So I don't feel like the perks matter to that degree, especially since there's not that many people playing. You know, if there was a huge influx of new players and a huge group of veteran players, and you just always saw 24/7, the veteran players are beating the newer players because I have Bodkin, because I have Razor, because I have Mercurial Arrow,
Smash,
or stuff like that. I just don't feel like there's that much of a huge divide. There definitely is. I think Andy mentions it. There's a few little instances where yes, someone with a perk will win, but I don't personally. I don't think it's that big a deal.
In a Wolf's Den, is this something you guys keep in mind? And if so, are there any solutions to this? Yeah, I mean, obviously we are bearing this in mind. You know, the flip side of the coin is, you know, not getting into a PvP match at all. You know, and that is something which hopefully is, you know, as server populations become more healthy, becomes less of a problem. And while, you know, stomping is less than ideal, it is better to get into a match rather than to be sat waiting in a lobby.
I mean, it's true. It's what he says is true. Like, and we don't have the players, so yeah, you're going to be playing against the same 5 people over and over again. Unfortunate, but
it is what it is.
That's why we're trying to do the Hood Weekly thing, so you new players can come in and we can actually like show you, because we have ideas of like doing that, and like, oh, when Crossplay comes, we can do that and throw one veteran on each team and be like a team captain where they could like try to coach you guys along the way, so that it's not completely unfair or a stop. There's only like one good player on each team.
Yeah.
One thing you guys are particularly good at, and we've seen this a lot of times on the forum, is community rallying behind when you support and when new players come online.
I do appreciate
so rather than you stomping, you're taking people under your wing and kind of tutorializing them, getting them up to speed and getting them involved before knocking your arrows too harshly on their heads. And that's something to bear in mind, you know, when season 3 arrives. Our advice to new players is still to try the state heists, you know, to get used to the mechanics in PvE and build up some experience and build up some perks. So all of those perks that you unlock, as we say, in PvP are available in PvE as well. So it's the same progression. So you can go into PvP equipped. And also, you know, I think with a good team, the perks aren't everything. They were never balanced to be min-maxing.
To an extent.
I'm going to disagree with that statement. I'm going to disagree because if you're playing Robin, you don't need any perks. That's true.
Yeah.
Because your arrow, if they have stable tank or survivalist, is Marianne. But if you're Robin, you have no perks, you could still be a huge threat. Because you can kill someone from any range, and you still have a very lethal ultimate.
Yeah.
Flip side, John or Marianne.
I feel like Marianne no perks is rough.
Marianne no perks is terrible. Because you don't do any damage. You don't get any bonuses from killing people while you're in your ult. It's not good. John, again, not that great. So
yeah, with no perks, you have reduced health. You can't carry the chest faster. There's like
a new player is Marianne with no perks going against a old player with every perk in the game. It's not gonna end well.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I kind of mentioned when I mentioned before, is that I feel like because there's no huge number of players, we don't see interactions like that.
There's no variety anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
You know, so they will give you a little bit of a gameplay advantage, but it's, you know, it's not much. And bringing a new player online and keeping them under your wing for a couple of games is probably the best thing in that scenario.
Yeah, I do appreciate that he
Nice
mentioned
one. So I've got
like the whole community thing, and how we go to like newer people streaming or have newer players and we take them in and we play games with them. I do appreciate his that at least they see what we're trying to do to help out.
Yeah.
A few questions about like what can players do after they hit the level cap? Have we got any plans of prestige system and things like that? And 100% hot topic. It's been in house since we launched season 1. Is a prestige system is something that we definitely love to do.
In season 1,
but again,
it's
where do we spend the money, and it's what does the community want, and it's all based on how season 3 goes and kind of the uptake of players. It's probably sound like a bit of a broken record, but we all want to do this sort of stuff. But it also just boils down to sort of where we invest the money.
Money.
Hey, listen, if you want, I could be the minority here, but if you want my feedback, spend the money on the prestige system. It would get me playing personally to get back to max level, to be a flexer out here, max level again. I think prestige would be really cool. It would keep, you know what, prestige system, right? 1 to 100 green levels, sure. Then to prestige, you have to spend like, I don't know, 10,000, 50,000 gold. Oh, okay. 50,000 gold prestige, right? It's a gold sync, first of all, and you go back to level 1, and you're, instead of green, you got blue as your new color. And the same, you don't have to change anything about your leveling up. Leveling 1 to 100, same thing. You can make it a little more XP if you want to go in depth, whatever. You hit level 200, 100 blue, again, another 50k to prestige, or more expensive, you know, and really push 100k. Listen, if we're doing that much,
that's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Maybe go back like 10k, 25, 50,
let's
75.
Go 10, 20, you know, 30, 40k, and then boom, you have a gold sync for people who have a ton of gold. You have levels for players who want to actually do something. You just got. I feel like it would be an not a super complicated system to implement, and I think it would do wonders, because it would keep your veteran players keeping to push, and the grinders to grind for that max level, while also giving new players like you don't have to prestige if you don't want to. If you want to stay at green levels and you don't want to sink your gold, boom, there you go, you're good.
And then, yeah, that's a good way to look at it too. And that, you know, any kind of progression will keep a player playing the game. There's not many people that 100%. Just play the game. Like, so I was one of those people that kept playing this game just because I loved it, and there was nothing progressing, but it's just been fun. But, you know, 5 months of the same thing over and over again, it gets a little
repetitive after a while, especially when you have other competing games. You know, when new stuff comes out and the game you're playing is not changing in any way, it's hard to stick by one game the entire time.
Yeah, and they're talking about level progression as a prestige system. I mentioned do prestige skins, prestige levels on outlaws, have their own levels.
Cool too.
That would be something better, I think, in my opinion. You prestige up in that, skins. You get the prestige outfits, you get the prestige weapons. That shows you. And then I also mentioned that they could add challenges. So it's like, if to really be, so like you can get Mastery 7, let's say, for example, League of Legends. You need to get like an S deemed by the game based off of the like overall performance of every other person playing that character in that position. You need to get an S, 3 of them, or S+. Now that's cool and all, and like, yeah, but you could like smoke some noobs and then all of a sudden, boom, you got it. I don't know. I think, and it could get a little out of hand, but I suggested like getting 2 kills with 1 Robin ult while someone's on the winch. You know?
Yeah, kind of like challenges.
Killing 2 people on the winch 10 times. Boom. Then you got your prestige weapon, we'll say. And like John, you get, I forget what it was. I think it was like parry X amount of arrows. Boom. Now you're prestige. Like it's something that like shows that you know how to play that character, and you can actually, because there's so many games that like they have prestige skins, whatever. Like if you play the character a lot, you're gonna get it eventually. If they want to do something a little bit more unique, get people playing it for a while, you know, really work for those.
Like a difficult challenge.
Do a challenge like that.
It's obtainable, but like difficult.
Obtainable challenges, yes. And they get progressively harder as you go up in the prestiges. So that was my take on the prestige system thing that they mentioned. Again, it's just something that gets you progressing, gets you not just
gets you doing something.
Doing something. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, cool. Next one I've got here is there any news of the game going to Game Pass for Xbox? Why haven't you put the game on Game Pass on Xbox yet? Quite simply, it's not as easy as just putting a game on Game Pass. There are business considerations.
Guys,
there's even a submission process with Microsoft and Xbox
just throw it
to
on
get
Game
onto
Pass.
Game Pass.
Super easy.
Obviously, there's a huge desire to reach new players.
It would be a cool
we don't
thing,
have
though.
any news
Having
to
on Game Pass
share
would be
on
nice.
specifically that platform at this time.
Following on from that question, Eddie, there's also a couple of questions on, so what are their plans to bring more players and people like advertising, free-to-play and that kind of stuff?
Not spending $100,000 on Shroud to play your video game.
Yes. I mean, listen.
I don't know how much money they spent. That's a metaphorical number, but you also got to remember it was him, it was Soda Poppin', it was Admiral Baru, I believe, Saikuno. I don't know how many of those got paid, but I definitely know Shroud got paid. So.
I know H2O Delirious and Cartoons made sponsored videos.
There are plans in the works. And
well, let's just say, listen, if you want, you don't want to spend the marketing budget. Listen, let your content creators be the marketing for it. You know, like if we have a partner
like I said prior, the free marketing.
Exactly, we're more than happy. If we play the game, we love the game.
We're not asking for the money, but we're the ones playing it for 800 hours. So
yeah. I just feel like if there's no push for marketing on the dev side, listen, that's if that's the course they want to go, sure. But I feel like they could use the resource of their content creators to be able to push that marketing and reach more people.
Sign me up for the marketing team, Hood. Told you I did. I did marketing for a game for a year. Anyway.
Yes.
More information soon. So
both
just
of us. There
keep tuned. We've got some exciting news.
We're the marketing squad. We'll be the community.
We'll be
the community.
That was a winky face.
Yeah. Winky face. Oh, cool. Will there finally be a ranked mode? Will you ever get a ranked mode based on the current winch mechanic?
Come on, man!
It's competitive. With some minor tweaks, it could be made less RGN based.
RGN based.
Ranked mode, it's another feature. It's entirely justified with a larger player base, and of course there is a desire and
money, player base.
As much as I would love ranked mode like tomorrow. I do agree with what Andy's saying here, that there's no point in adding another queue because players like us would only queue ranked, and then the newer players would never even be able to touch us.
Yes.
You know, so I
this is the one point I actually agree with him. Yes, as much as I would love to see it as well, and that's a good progression system because that would keep me playing forever. Yeah, again, it's the same thing. It's like you're adding Gold Rush. You know, no one's gonna play the game mode, and that's just gonna be a dead game mode. There's no point.
Exactly.
So that's something I actually agree with them.
I agree with his point here, and I see his take. And listen, if season 3, I think prestige system should be up on the priority list because that would be really nice. Prestige,
some sort of progression system,
some sort of get me doing something at least, and then right after under prestige, ranked mode. Ranked mode should also be up there when we get more players, if we get more players.
The design for this, we've had designs for ranked modes and all kinds of spectator tools from day one.
So why didn't that ship then day one? They've had designs for ranked mode. Why not do a beta ranked mode?
I feel like
the game already kind of released as a beta. It still feels like a non-finished game, to be honest with you.
I feel that the weird thing about Hood to me is that the game visually looks stunning. You know,
it's very nice.
It looks amazing, and I feel like most if not all the assets are super polished. Everything looks good, but the gameplay is where it's kind of a little dodgy. You know, anyways.
But right now, the last thing we need is to separate our active outlaws and hinder the matchmaking in any way. But
why say that comment now? Then what's the fuck's the point of Gold Rush, man?
Yeah.
No one wants to play Gold Rush.
I feel like Gold Rush was too far in development for them not to push it at this point.
That's probably what it was. Yeah. They probably put too much energy into it, and they're like, let's just release it.
They couldn't, with season 2, season 1 finishing and season 2 coming up, it was too far into Gold Rush development for them to just drop the project and do something else. They just had to ship it. And I feel like that's why we have Gold Rush.
They had to hit a quota of guys, you need something new for this season.
But with greater success comes a greater expansive range of features such as ranked mode.
Keeping on the features theme, there's a lot of questions to do with like gold. So can we have some more stuff to spend gold on? There's not enough for me to spend my gold on. Can we have some more cosmetics and stuff? Is there anything in the works for that sort of stuff? And the honest answer is not at the moment. There's nothing.
I laughed when they said that, man. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. This is probably one of the most frustrating points that they made in this video. Yeah, you have people like us that are sitting with, I'm probably on the lower end. I have 500,000 gold. In-game gold to spend.
I'm on the lower end. I'm almost at 300k.
Okay, you're almost at 300k. We have people like Lukey from the EU who's got over 1 million.
I think he's at 1.5 by now.
Over 1 million in-game currency. What do you tell that guy to spend that on? Sorry, we have nothing in development for that.
Yeah.
Sorry, the game's been out for 10 months.
Look at the screenshot. Look what we have right now. You know, like if we could just, you know, 10k gold for these extra little cosmetics around the character select. Boom. But I understand that
and he mentions that coming up here, but it's like, yeah, it's what
I feel like that's where prestige system would help with this. My idea for prestige system would help, or character prestige. You had to spend gold to, like, you did the challenge and then you had to spend the gold to unlock the skin.
I said, so it's kind of, I guess, irrelevant, but I said to include like some kind of bounty system where you got to put a bounty on yourself or another player. If they win, you get more money. If you lose, you lose that money. Yeah. Do a tournament
or like wager match. Wager matches. Yeah. Like throw in, like, before you can listen. This would be a game mode, whatever. It would be good. We can't.
When we describe these game modes that we're coming up with, take it as a grain of salt. As in, like, if this was out when the game came out,
or if someday that the game gets way more players and is way more popular, like a wager match style, or we queue you queue up and you throw in, I don't know, 10k gold or something like that, and then all the players that queued up, all their gold goes together. And
yeah, imagine losing all that gold.
Yeah, exactly. And then the winner gets the gold. Although that wouldn't really, that would just be like,
it would divvy it up probably.
Yeah, it wouldn't really get. Anyways,
it could though.
It would put more stakes on the or to queue, like to queue ranked.
A little something like to do with your gold
ranked or something like that. And yeah. I wish there was something more to do.
Something's better than nothing.
There's just season 3 content with the battle pass, but as Andy says, you know, we've got designs based on like cool skins that we'd like, you know, to invest in you and other gold sinks. It's just, it all goes back to where we want to spend the money and the player base. You know, would you prefer gold skins, or, you know, do we give you a spectator mode or a rank
honestly
mode? It's
okay. Yeah, right. He's saying, what he's asking us, what do we want?
What do I want?
Progression.
I kind of went before.
Do the progression thing. Start with that at least.
Progression, top of the list. Either prestige, like level system, or prestige character system. Right under that, ranked. Ranked would also keep players playing the game, and then once we have people playing the game, then I want gold sinks, stuff to, you know, help me out. Like just make one cool skin per character. Make it 100,000 gold.
Not even. Not even. I'm going to throw it out there. Put the in-game purchase in. This is what I said. I said, make a good skin. Make something that's not the cut and copy paste that you guys have been doing for all these battle passes and adding like 1 or 2 extra textures or like 1 or 2 different colors. You know, more or less, these are the same shit, especially with the weapons. How many of the weapons look exactly the same?
The weapons.
Basically all of them.
The battle pass skins, I feel like they always have a good like range of 5.
Some of them are okay.
Sets. They have a good range of different skins. They're not all recolors, but the weapons, they're just copy
weapons
paste,
are terrible.
Change color. Yeah.
So anyway, in-game purchase, make a good skin. If you guys are saying you have plans for good skins, make them good. Now put a dollar price on them. $10, $20, whatever it is. I'm just speaking USD here. I'm American.
USD.
Mr. Canadian over here, Mr. Z.
Oh God, don't make it too expensive, please.
But yeah, like, make it so it's worthwhile to spend that extra money on, like, real money, because it actually looks different, or it adds effects. It adds a different, like, running animation. I don't know. Like, something cool. And then, like, a different alt effect. Like that would be cool, too, I think.
New voice lines, stuff like that.
New voice lines, that would be nice, actually,
like,
yeah.
New alt sound or new alt colors instead of Robin Arrow being
interactive
blue.
voice lines.
Like green or something like that.
Like Robin sees Marianne. Oh, Marianne, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, like something, but like, yeah, that's a revenue generating thing.
Yeah,
what's wrong with that?
I think maybe after.
Would you buy a Robin skin if it was $10 and it actually looked cool?
if it was $10, it would be 13 over here, and you know what? I wouldn't mind.
Would Double Cross buy a John skin if it was $10?
For sure.
Of course he would.
For sure.
Would Lukey buy a Marianne skin?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. Listen,
who plays Took? A lot of people play Took.
Junery.
Seth, Juju, Junery, Choke. Yeah. I don't know. Anyone, but
yeah,
I'm just
like
saying,
a mastery skin or like a cool like special
Well, save the mastery thing. That's unique. The prestige thing I was talking about. That could be the in-game gold.
Where we decide what features work and how we want to do them.
Cool. Cheers.
Cool. Cheers.
Got a question here about how will you keep players engaged and get new players to join, new characters, mechanics, and game modes. Yeah, and again, the broken record comes out. It's entirely driven by the success of Season 3.
Season 3, let's go!
Season 3, live or die.
Yeah,
we do
live or die by the sword.
Character and game mode ideas that we'd love to develop. We actually started the whole process of Hood with 9 characters initially.
When I heard when I heard they had 9 characters, I'm like, where are they?
Golly,
where are they? Oh, I feel. Listen, we'll continue on. We'll get into this when they say stuff about playstyle. So.
Concept in Hood, we had 9, and these were iterated down to 5.
Yeah, but you gotta remember too, those are just concepts. It's not like they had 9 models.
9 fully done characters.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
So that's like the brainstorming process where you go, okay, we have this. Now, in order to launch the game when we want, let's cut this down.
We gotta cut it down.
Represented the most diverse kind of play styles that we wanted in the game right now.
And I feel like they did a good job with that. I feel like each character has their own play style.
Right.
Like Robin, very like long range, close range doesn't do so well. John, very brawler. Like I feel like they hit the mark well with all their characters.
No, they did a good job with the original 4, and even Ida, like it still hit like as much as we hate her playstyle and.
Her current build is a little dodgy, but it looks like they're changing that soon.
I like the idea of it, but yeah, they'll mention
always
her
room
later.
For more. And I think there's another question later on that touches on this as well, which I'll go into.
So another good question is what happens with community events. So you'll be pleased to know that the Survive the Estate event will be coming back.
Shadow Lord Zito is promised back in the summer. Woo!
Let's go.
Or whatever. Yeah, the end of summer. It's coming back.
At least it's coming. At least it's
coming. 3 and
yeah, but what's it gonna look like? Is it just gonna be great. Black colored? Is it just great? Gonna be, what's it gonna be?
You know what? Whatever it is, I'm glad it's not sitting somewhere and it's gonna be used. Hopefully.
There's also discussions about bringing back previous events that we've done, so you can kind of get the skins that you missed out on those limited time events. Yeah, so rerunning some of those events so you can get the skins that you missed out on.
Oh, you mean like
the weekend
2 times gold?
Events. No. Well, there was
that was weekend limited events.
There was 3.
Oh, you're talking about like a Halloween
weekend skins. No, there was 3 weekend skins. There was a John. Was it only 2? There was John and Took that.
Oh, the John one where you had to kill the state guards.
Yeah, or the Took where you had to use your ult 35 times,
and
you only had like a weekend to do that.
Yeah, that's
so it's nice to hear that they're bringing those back. Give some new people a chance to play, maybe.
Cool. Further to that, we've got one which is, are there any plans on adding more to the hideout, such as a new training dummy skins or a different look to spruce things up as you level up in the hideout?
Like we were kind of discussing before.
Again, at some point in the future, I'd love to, publish some of the, the unused concept art. We had grand plans for how we would evolve the hideout early on in development. Starting from kind of, a campfire to something which looked more like a campsite as you gain more wealth. And
yeah, you got a rinky-dinky hideout. You can get like a fucking castle at some point. How cool would that be, running around?
Yeah, amazing.
More elaborate kind of training facilities and obstacle courses and fun stuff like that. And it's just part of development, really. You have to cut your cloth accordingly. So there are lots of cut features and cut designs, which yes, of course, we'd love to reintroduce if success comes our way.
Absolutely. Definitely, absolutely with the hideout. I remember some of the plans we had. But moving on to Ida.
Hide and seek.
Ida.
Yes, we had a great hide and seek.
They had a hide and seek game mode.
Yeah, hide and seek game
for
mode.
The hideout.
Bro, that would be, can you imagine? That'd be fun.
Mini game.
Fun. It'd be a stupid little thing to do when you're sitting in queue for 300 seconds.
Anyway, on to the Ida question. So there's there's plans for balance for Ida in season 3.
Thank God.
So
Thank
we
you.
have done a pass on Ida for season
Good to
3,
hear.
and we're waiting for you to get your hands on it. And
Bro, if she does not have iframes on dodge, I'm gonna freak out.
I'm upset.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Bowbags, that's it.
Bowbags gonna lose it. He's not gonna play Ida anymore.
then you can, we're quite happy with where she's at in house. But as always,
yeah, we gotta wait till season 3
we'll
to
keep
see
an eye on
her
the feedback.
changes.
We'll keep an eye on the data.
They're keeping
if
it
there's
on
any
the
more
DL.
kind of
It's
notes
nice to
and
hear that
feedback
they,
and bugs that you
they
guys
at
have
least
got,
went
we'll
and
take a look
passed
at it
through.
and
They
do what we
took
can.
our advice.
Yes. But
Cool.
To what
Listen,
extent?
listen.
We'll see.
don't make that comment, because remember the last time that they took our advice, Robin Flashbangs got buffed unintentionally or
That's why
intentionally.
I said we'll see.
And no one said that. No one wanted it, but it happened.
We'll see how well it does.
And further to that, if the game were to add perks, what perks would you want to see added to the game? Yeah, we actually.
This is what I mentioned to you.
Discussed adding a new perk slot. We also had a design suggested by Kier, I think it was. You might be aware of. You've probably played them online.
Nope, don't
for
know.
A perk system called Synergy
Actually,
Perks,
yeah,
which is really interesting, which would allow you to equip perks which synergize with your teammates to encourage team play further.
Wait for it.
So giving an example of that might be, if you had 2 Edas and you placed your shields next to each other, they would combine to create a bigger shield, which would be called the Great Wall or something. So there's
the Great Wall, the Mega Shield.
Throw
How
it
fucking stupid would that look?
Bro, it's a giant circle. I could see it. But
the shield's
honestly,
big enough already. Now you're gonna have a bigger one? I'm gonna look at that as a Robin and just go, what the fuck do I do now?
What do I do now?
What do I do now?
Shoot an alt into it, it only takes away half that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, looks like we lost this game.
Listen, I get the concept for
It's a really cool
synergy
idea,
perks as a new slot.
It'd be
But
a cool
don't
idea.
make it so it's the same character synergizing together. Then what's the point of building
that's
more than one? If you had 4 Edas, do you just have a massive dome bubble that you just can't? It's impenetrable.
You block off the entire map.
Block off the entire the whole winch. Impenetrable.
Yeah.
Requires 4 Robin ultimate arrows and the sheriff hitting it. But
I feel like if they do synergy perks, I agree with you. They should be like Marianne John, as you mentioned before.
I said it was really quick, but I said if like John like throws Marianne, like propels her off, like up like to a ledge or something. Like I don't know.
It would be cool. Yeah, like I feel like the same character wouldn't be a good synergy perk, but I feel like this is a early concept, and I don't think we'll be seeing any of this anytime soon. So
no, not at all.
There's lots of cool designs about how those perks could be synergized. But yeah, time.
That record, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you've got what we can answer.
I can, yeah.
Ooh,
So we've got a lot of questions about crossplay and cross-platform invites. So you'll be pleased to know that season 3 will launch with a crossplay and cross-invite system. So
I just want to say too, again, like as much as everyone was screaming and crying about crossplay and cross invites, I should say, not crossplay because we have crossplay. Yeah, not a lot of games can do that. Like Rainbow Six Siege, that's been around for 7 years now.
7 years. We're in year 7. Yeah.
Is just now getting that. Unless I'm thinking of For Honor, that they just got that 6 years later.
They're also getting it. Yeah.
But not the invites. So they just got crossplay.
Crossplay, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
They're working on invites.
I mean,
the new Borderlands game. I read the tweet from Randy Pitchford. They are getting cross invites, and he even said that this is new technology. And like, sorry, there was like a cat hair flying. This is new technology, and that be patient with it because it's gonna have its kinks. So the fact that our lovely devs at Sumo Newcastle over here, under the watchful eye of Focus Entertainment, is getting cross invites now is
it's amazing. Exciting. It's great, and it's good to hear that at least it's coming our way. At least season 3 we know it's coming. It's confirmed. We're set to go. We've seen the screenshots. We're ready.
But will that save the game?
Hopefully.
No.
Season 3, bro, get me that prestige system.
So you'll be able to play with all your friends from different platforms, and as soon as season 3 launches.
Cool. As we're saying, we were cross-play from day 1 across all of the supported platforms. It's just the invitation process that took the time, and there's a number of reasons why it took so long, which I'm not going to bore you with in this video.
Honestly,
technical issues.
I would love to hear the technical issues. Like, don't make it a video, but I would love to hear it.
Well, it's going to be like, we have to talk to Sony, we have to talk to Microsoft, and this.
Sure. Post it.
your team anytime soon. Maybe a little bit more technical, but what are the requirements to join? Yeah, Sumo Newcastle has significant expansion plans this year. You know, we are building the studio. You can see all of the current vacancies on Sumo Digital's homepage
right now for
under careers.
Right,
that's right. This is our marketing application video. There
Get us in, man. We're more than happy.
What's required for each of those roles, depending on the job discipline that you're interested in.
We don't gotta be in UK.
Nice. So for me, the next question is kind of like, what can the community do to help us?
Who better than Mr. Z, the face of MrZplays and Raven, to spread the love in the community and interact with them?
Who better?
Who better?
With the current size of the development team, is there anything the community can do to help? Like examples are like testing and things like that. And I think we touched on it a bit earlier, but the biggest thing you can do is keep on doing what you're doing.
Why can't we do test servers? That's just like another money thing.
I think they mentioned it a while back. I can't remember if it was an official response or someone was talking with somebody, but I think shipping like a dev build, like doing a test servers thing, is a lot, like intense resources that we do not have in the slightest.
I mean, I believe it, but I also heard that like Death or Double was saying that they had like a beta build or something that can be used for testing.
So I never heard anything like that, but like, I do remember them saying, I don't know where I heard it exactly, but I remember saying it was to do like any sort of test servers or anything. It's a lot of resources, and seeing how little resources we have, I don't think test servers should be up on that priority list.
No, it's not. Bring it back down.
Reporting bugs, reporting issues, reaching out on the forums, on Discord, that kind of stuff. And when we get new players in, teach them the ropes, help them out, don't ruffle stomp them, and then they'll stay, and hopefully we can build a bigger community and get more influx of players, which then will hopefully drive.
Pretty good job.
Yeah, we're trying to. We really are, but they still are too scared to play
so far.
PvP, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Some of them.
I feel like we're pretty intimidating though, as people who play all the time and only PvP. But I feel like we've done a pretty solid job, especially with our community Discord and all that stuff. I think we're making a good strides. So
yeah, if you guys are new and you guys haven't, if you made it this far in the video and you guys are new and don't know what's going on with Hood or haven't seen it in a long time, I'll put the link to our community Discord down below. But we get together and play on every Tuesday, NA servers, NA East, around like 6 p.m. And then EU is on Thursday at around, I think is it 12 p.m. Eastern time?
I think it's a little later.
It's like 6 p.m. their time.
I guess I'm not sure, but it's all the information in the
Discord. So I'll leave that link for that down below. But yeah, or if you're new, coach you. There's videos in there we put in. There's guides. Like I said, I mentioned I did the Robin guide. Bags EU player. He did an Ida guide. Choke is working on a June's working on a June's guide.
Yeah.
And Double's supposedly doing a John guide, so I don't know. No one's doing Marianne.
More features so we can get into the game to get your guys' hands on.
Cool. Quick one from me next. Are there any plans on adding very expensive skins so players with hundreds of thousands of gold can use some of their reserves?
I forgot that they talked about this.
Something we're looking into. We've got ideas.
But again, it's just going to be money.
See what happens in season 3.
Money, we'll see what happens.
Exactly. So keeping on the skins thing, obviously there's a couple of questions.
Like the gold sync, prestige, cool, expensive skins should be up there somewhere. I think it might be nice.
Asking if we can implement some of the most wanted and requested community skins, and if we can get those in. They won't be dropping for season 3, but it's definitely something that we can look at in the future. But for me, if we were to add skins,
clearly they're showing off the new ones from the new battle pass.
Look at this skin. Okay, wait. If we go like one more frame forward, we're gonna see Anvil. I think Anvil Robin. You're just.
I would want
go back. There it is.
That's
Anvil
just
Robin.
Fang and Tooth, the Fang and Claw one, but just a darker coat.
I like this one.
Why do you like this one?
I like it. Listen, everyone has their opinions. I like.
Sure, fine. It's just so basic to me. And then you have like this one.
There's some little concern.
Again, it's just cut and copy. Just change the paint pattern and change the colors. And then wait for it. Then you have Guerrilla Warfare. Where'd it go? Don't even get me started with that Marianne skin. Guerrilla Warfare Robin, where you have the skull, the gold skull and face mask used in the.
It's green now. No,
now it's like dark green.
Yeah.
And just like modern camouflage.
I think you know what? This skin I'm a little concerned. Anvil though, I vibe with it. Design team, thank you for Anvil. Might be a unique opinion, but I like it.
Well, coming from
I will run
someone
this
who
skin.
it only plays Robin, that sucks. Sorry, my opinion.
Disney Robin Hood
Move
ones.
on. What is that? Recolor.
So you know you've got Robin as a
What is that? Recolor.
fox, John as a bear.
What is that? They're all the same, just recolors, man.
Yeah, wait, the Marianne skin.
Holy!
Yee.
It's the same.
Wait, this is Anvil Marianne? Why
Yeah.
is
It just looks like Shadow Lords without her headband or the eye color. No,
this looks like it looks like runic, the runic ones.
I don't know what her cape looks like, but looks like Shadow Lords to me.
That kind of thing. I think that'd be super
Recolor.
cool, but
Recolor.
I'm not sure if Disney would
there's
allow
our
it.
white John. This skin. This is my new favorite.
Why does his nose look so big in this one, dude?
I'm pretty sure someone said this is because the dark eyes. He has like dark
Oh
makeup
yeah,
around
I
his
could
eyes,
see that.
and it makes that his nose.
Urban John, I love it.
This man's the best.
If you're not using this skin in season 3, you're not playing John right.
Yeah, you're missing out big time.
Oh my god.
I get in touch with Ubisoft, see if we can steal Sam Fisher, you know, the special.
Yes, Sam Fisher implemented into Hood.
Let's go.
Sherwood Fantasy Sam Fisher.
So I've got another one here. Speaking of stealth, I would personally love to see a new assassin stealth character added to the game. Is there any information or ideas of future heroes for the game? Yeah, but I mean, we have several ideas and designs for future heroes, as I mentioned before. One of those was actually for, you know, a spy, an infiltrator. We also had a design, you know, quite an elaborate design for a trapper character as well. I think one of the ones that was most popular is the idea of a master of disguises. You know, throughout development, there's something really interesting about the idea of, you know, having a character that could almost take on one of the state. And
cool idea, but in reality, I don't think that would work that well.
Yeah, we'd have to see the gameplay on that, but like I said,
so what I'm thinking of examples is you impersonate a knight at the vault, but let's be honest, most of the time you're just gonna get grenaded anyway.
Yeah.
Or rock thrown. Somebody over there assassinated, and if you're not moving off the rock throw, obviously you're a human. You're a patrolling guard. Well, no. Because you're probably going to be by yourself unless you're in a group of now 3 guards. You could get away with like a crossbowman or something like that.
That's what I think.
You know, we already know like the spots for the guards, so like that's why some kind of master disguise doesn't really make sense to me.
I think like I said, I think there's just like obviously concepts now. I don't think we'll be seeing any of this, but new characters are always welcome. New characters are amazing, and we saw even though there wasn't as huge a spike of players on launch. When Ida came out, there was a huge number of players that came back just to try her out.
Got more, yeah.
And their properties as well, so you could, you know, control a knight or control a sentry. So,
actually, speaking of controlling knights and sentries, so now he's saying controlling, so that's not really impersonating anymore.
Yeah, well, control I think would be better than whatever.
That's where I said you should be able to play the state.
Yeah,
you're the sheriff. When you go down, then you take over a guard.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think that'd be fun. Obviously, you could easily get killed, but there's more of you.
There's lots of
new game mode.
New game mode,
exactly. You play as a state.
Interesting.
That could be a seasonal game mode. That one would be cool. Come around for like a week or so. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Ah, I muted it.
Nope.
Dive into if we get the time. Right, cool. So, I mean, I think that's probably most of the big ones. There's a couple of silly ones. I'm not going to lie. We're not going to answer those.
I wonder what the silly ones.
What were the silly ones, though?
That's pretty much all the questions we got. We'll try and keep on.
Probably Grifter coming up with some outlandish questions
as well when we get the time. So, you know, just really.
Will we get WWE cage matches in Hood? I think that would be really cool, guys. You put Robin Razor Gauntlets in the ring with John Stable Tank.
That'd be amazing.
Remains to say, you know, huge thanks from myself and Eric and the whole team here at Sumo Newcastle for your continued support and engagement. There's been some incredibly creative content recently, from Hood News, Mr. Z, to Hood fan fictions, which people send me quite regularly, which are awesome reads, character designs, and game mode suggestions.
So I'm not gonna sit here and be that guy and Willow. Like, good. I'm glad that he's shouting you out, man. This is good. This is now what, the 3rd time?
The 3rd time, yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, we got it in the dev blog too, but yeah, he has mentioned it. I mean, listen, it's nice to see that they're well, not all our creators have the eyes of the devs on them yet. It's nice to see a start of some sort of community like they see the community and they see the content we're making, and they appreciate that we're putting effort into trying to bring the game back.
Yes. I'm not gonna sit here, Willow, and get salty. Good for you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And it is genuinely super interesting to see and really heartwarming when we read this stuff. So thanks for joining us today, and here's for hoping for a successful launch for season 3.
I guess appreciate
we'll chat to you again real soon.
Yeah, that's what we got coming for us in the future, guys.
I mean, listen, season 3, not saying it'll pop off, but if it does, hopefully, it's nice to hear it. They at least have plans to continue development. Whether we have drops of content again, it's nice to see that they're not just packing up just yet. It doesn't sound like it, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard. I mean, I've been around for other games shutting down, and it's been more obvious that like, oh, we're shutting down. My closing remarks are not too many. It's just like, yeah, like again, it's a business, so they do have to put their resources into what they think is going to make them the most money or push the success of the game. As per what our suggestions were, I think they start with some sort of progression system for the leveling.
Yeah, for sure.
Or like you said, the prestiging. And I think that would be good. It's just something. Add some. Well, I was going to ask you this earlier. I don't remember if I did. I don't believe so. But it's like with that prestiging, like, what do you get from that? Is it literally just levels, or like are we getting like another weapon, another outfit?
Sure.
Like what is it?
I think that's where
the banners. I don't know, like a banner, I guess.
I'm not sure. Like I said, it's just a concept I thought of really fast. But
yeah,
even if it's just levels, I'll take what I can get at this point.
So, anything else, Mr. Z?
I think honestly that's about it for me. I
think we said a lot.
Thanks for having
today.
me, man. We went
very
through
scuffed video.
Little scuffed, but
that's
you know
okay.
what? It is what it is, and glad you could have me here to chat and look over the devlog with you, or
Thanks,
the dev Q&A.
I appreciate having you here. All right,
thanks, man.
And to everyone else, like I said, all the links below will be for the community Discord, Mr. Z's channel. I believe that's it.
That's about it.
Yeah. So
thanks for watching.
Have a great day, guys, and I will
see you
catch you in the next one.
Later.